Well, good morning, doctor. Great to see you. Thanks for joining me. How's California?
It's pretty good today. So far, so good. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess we get a new president today, so it's what a crazy times. Not just COVID, but everybody that knows what's going on
for
politically too.
sure.
So
Yeah.
hopefully it ends well and
Yes.
everybody's safe, happy, and healthy. So thanks for
Absolutely.
joining me. First off, I have to extend my appreciation for what you've been doing over the past couple months here, especially just most recently. I think you're getting some pleasant notoriety, I'll call it. I think it's cool what you've done to catch everybody else up on it. Dr. Parish is basically gotten a little bit frustrated with how things have been rolling out as far as the COVID-19 vaccine. So she kind of took that on her own shoulders and presented a better alternative solution for her community, put together a drive-through clinic. And I got to tell you, it's hard enough for me as a private citizen to get one vaccine for myself. I don't know how you corralled 500 plus vaccines, come as you will, extending the offer to everybody over 75 years of age for your community in a drive-through manner. You ran out, obviously, you're waitlisted. It couldn't have been an easy endeavor. I have a couple questions. Usually I stick it to one, but first, how did you do it? Like, what did you do and how did you do it? Let's get into it.
Part of the issue, and this is happening all over the country, is that there's not just one way that the vaccines are being regulated or distributed. It varies by state, and then within states, it varies by county. So it's extremely confusing for everyone, including the doctors who are just trying to get doses available for their communities. The process, I like to joke, only it's not totally a joke. I think I had to promise them my firstborn. Uh, it was over 60 hours of my time, juggled with raising a family and running a practice. When you look at that time commitment and you add on just the luck that I found somebody in the public health department in our community willing to listen to me, that it's not a wonder that others have not been able to make this happen, because there's nothing unique or special about me, just maybe a little extra dose of stubbornness. But really, it's been an incredibly cumbersome process. And I think that for the average doctor within the community, it's pretty untenable.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine how you got started. Like, I wouldn't even, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't even consider that it was an opportunity or a possibility for me to even be able to offer or get to the point where you're able to offer a drive-through clinic. Like, what made you think you could do it in the first place? What was that spark? You say there's nothing special, but that's special in itself.
Well, one of the things that really energizes me is bringing people together. And I knew that if we could get the volunteers, we could make it happen. And that was the best part. I mean, within 24 hours of organizing this, we had over 100 volunteers.
That's amazing.
People, both within the medical community and just within the community as a whole, were really excited to be able to offer something help, to do something concrete to help us move forward. And that was the coolest thing to me, seeing all these different people, all these different community organizations work together. We got support from the school district to use their middle school. We got support from the city, to supply, cones and help us direct traffic. Two senior groups that really focus on community outreach, as our goal was to vaccinate first those who might fall through the cracks. So the groups that have been supplying meals and assistance to seniors during the pandemic, they were a tremendous resource for us in terms of making sure that we were getting the right patients there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think one of the most amazing things part of this is, aside from your ability to pull it off, is just sitting from where I'm sitting through this whole experience. I hear a lot of folks, everybody's a critic about everything that's happening throughout this whole pandemic process. People aren't getting this done. They're not thinking about this, the COVID vaccines. We don't have one yet. Now we do. Now, how long is it going to take for everybody to get? I hear a lot of talk and chatter, and I got a little bit disheartened over the past couple months, to be honest with you, thinking that we were all talk and complaints. It's refreshing that there are people, and there are so many people that you've discovered that do want to take action, that are willing to put some energy behind what their mouth or their voice box is saying out there. So, being able to coordinate that and to pull together that collaborative efforts, again, I'm just astonished, and I'm super impressed with you. I'm really thankful that you did it. And what's next for you? Like, I know you have a wait list. You're waiting for more vaccines. Is this something that you're going to continue to do?
So we hope so. I mean, I think that in any big system, healthcare is certainly no exception. It feels sometimes that the people making the decisions aren't the ones that are actually boots on the ground and taking care of patients and seeing how terrified they are and how vulnerable they feel. And to your point, there's a tendency to let perfect be the enemy of good. There is no magic perfect formula to reach everybody who needs this vaccine, because so many people need it and we just need to start somewhere. And I'm hopeful that some of the bureaucracy that I've dealt with up to this point will simplify, and others in other communities will be able to do something similar. Again, we just need to start somewhere. So we would love to continue to give the clinics. I actually think it was great fun. It was a lot of work, but it was really, really nice to see people connecting again. And one of the things, we observe patients after the vaccine, and the seniors were, sitting 6 feet apart in their masks, but they were chatting. They were happy to see one another. They were making new friends. I mean, I think it really sort of spoke to the fact that the isolation has been really, really hard for this group of people. So we hope to be able to continue. We are 100% reliant on being able to get the vaccine. So we have the mechanism in place. We have all of the volunteer shifts filled every day. We just need the doses. So we were actually currently slated to start again today, but our shipment was withheld due to some complex factors on their supply demand side. So we're hoping to start again tomorrow.
Well, good. Keep it up. I love what you're doing. And a lot of things are spreading COVID right now, and you guys are spreading hope. You guys are spreading happiness, and you guys are spreading, I don't know, a new energy, if you will, around this whole effort throughout the community. So thank you for doing that. What do you think other people can do this? Yes, you mentioned that you'd like to see other people kind of do this as well. Like, how do they get started? Is that you're a trailblazer. How do other people trailblaze?
So right now the doses are all controlled by individual counties. So I would encourage everybody to try to find an ear within their county health department and to see what they can do. I think that was the bulk of yes, it was effort, and I'm sure it was also luck in terms of just finding the right people with whom to speak, as most things are, right? A little bit of effort and a little bit of luck. So I really hope others can do this. I really think they can. And again, I'm hoping that the bureaucratic end will continue to simplify and make it easier and easier for more people to do it.
Well, great. I hope you're right, and I'm looking forward to seeing people out there. If anybody's interested in trying to figure out how to get started and want to put me on task with being connector, I welcome anybody to reach out to me and see what I can do to get the process started for you. Again, Doctor, thank you. Before I let you go, though, and let you get back to your busy schedule, I like to give my guests here a hot seat question. Just through COVID, a little bit something more personal and learning more about you as a person. Love to hear what your answer would be if you're up for it. What do you think?
Sure.
All right, here we go. If you could spend 30 minutes, I was going to say on a Zoom meeting call, but you just, with a picture in my mind of the elders with their masks on, getting the vaccine in each other's face. Scratch the Zoom meeting. If you could spend 30 minutes with anybody, either current day or from history, who would it be and what would you do?
Oh, a really good question, and a timely question on January 20th. So I've actually been thinking a lot about Lincoln,
Huh.
and as sort of trying to navigate another time when our country was very divided and things were very divisive. And I've been thinking about, I'd like to learn more about him as a leader, you know, maybe sort of what some of that secret sauce could be to maybe to help us move forward. I think this has been a really demoralizing time for many reasons. And he's the person that comes to mind, just, you know, with my non-historical expertise of someone who dealt with a similar demoralizing time.
Wow. So you want to know
Hopefully
about,
he'd have some good advice.
you want to know more about perseverance, and I think you have more perseverance than most people I talk to. So I think that's big. That's a good one. I'll take that. Well, hey, doctor, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate your efforts. And you know, I'll probably drop in on you from time to time to catch up, see how things are going. And I really just, you know, keep at it. If there's any way I could be helpful to you, please let me know, and we'll get the word out and shed some light on all the successes that you have with this. So
Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate
yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your time too, and take care, stay healthy, and yeah,
it.
love it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.